Welcome back, everyone, to episode 9 of BrodiePod. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in once again. Whether you're on the YouTube, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts, we appreciate you tuning in. This is episode 9. And if you'd like to stay up to date on the podcast, whether it's through our TikTok, Instagram, or Twitter, go follow us over there at BrodiePod. Now, we've made a couple changes to the show. We've taken some feedback. Me and Matt have taken our own feedback, a little bit of feedback from people that listen. And we're going to try and cut down on the show a little bit. I think the last episode we did was 2 hours, and we're just going to try and clean it up and keep it more, keep it shorter. I think 2 hours is a lot for a podcast, so we're gonna try to shorten this down as much as we can. There's still a lot going on, but
I think there's a lot of stuff people just don't care about that we talk about.
But I wouldn't say they don't care about it. I think there's just, by the time we get these episodes out, like the one thing that we're going to cut down on a lot is like the NFL game recaps. We're going to just focus more on the storylines that are going in the NFL versus we've been recapping every game. And by the time we release this on Wednesday, the games happen on Sunday. People are already trying to figure out what they're going to do next week, whether it's like fantasy wise related or whatever. So that's going to be one of the major changes. We're going to figure out as we go if we're going to keep these down to probably around an hour if we can. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, Matt, we like to go on little tangents, so it might be a little over, might be a little less.
We gotta check each other's rambling.
Yeah, we gotta check each other's rambling. But I think if there's ever more, if people want more, we can just do a second episode or something. So hopefully it leads to just more debates and more focused on the storylines versus just recapping a game that people might have saw. Like the Jets and Browns played. You guys don't need us to recap that game. That was about as disgusting as you think it was.
I think there's 3 games, especially this week, that don't need a recap.
Yeah, no. So we're just gonna shorten it up, keep it just to the entertaining and interesting stuff. With that being said, we are recording this episode on Veterans Day. So shout out all the veterans. Shout out. Thank you to all the men and women who protect our beautiful country and are serving right now or have served. So thank you. And with that, that kind of leads us perfect right into Brodie of the Week. If there's anyone that is a Brodie of the Week, it's definitely the veterans. So shout out, first of all, honorary Brodies of the Week, the veterans. Thank you. That kind of leads me into my first Brodie of the Week. You're going to like these segues today. These segues, me and Matt have cooked them up perfectly for you guys. My first Brodie of the Week kind of goes along with the veterans. It's Jacob Rodriguez, Texas Tech linebacker, and is in Heisman consideration. You might be, well, why is he kind of linked to the veterans? He's actually married to his beautiful wife, who is she's in the Army, and she's a Black Hawk pilot. So Jacob Rodriguez, he's not even the most badass person in his immediate family.
It's got to be one of the most badass things you could possibly be in the military. A Black Hawk pilot.
Yeah, she is. She's the one that keeps him going, keeps him supported. And let me just say right now, Jacob Rodriguez, my Brodie of the Week, it's probably because he had a really good game against BYU, which, I'm going to represent Texas Tech today. We'll get into that towards the when I get in our college segment. But I want to focus the national spotlight on Jacob Rodriguez. He's someone that should be in Heisman consideration. I was looking up earlier the stats and comparing his season right now to where Manti Te'o was. And if you don't know who Manti Te'o, who he is, he was in 2012 and a Heisman candidate finalist. Matt, do you want to take a guess on, where the stats kind of line up?
What do you mean?
Just kind of the stats between Jacob Rodriguez and Manti Te'o. I'll have them right here for you. So,
what, like the final? I mean,
no, this is just through the, I think it's through, the first 10 games. So the first 10 games.
Maybe Manti Te'o had more tackles.
Manti Te'o did have more tackles. Manti Te'o
had more turnovers.
Had 92 tackles to Jacob Rodriguez, who I believe has 88. Manti Te'o had 5.5 tackles for a loss. Jacob Rodriguez already at 9.5. Manti Te'o had 1.5. Jacob Rodriguez has 1. Interceptions, Manti Te'o had 6. Jacob Rodriguez is at 3 right now. And the forced fumbles is where Jacob Rodriguez really sets himself apart from Manti Te'o. Manti Te'o had 0 forced fumbles. Jacob Rodriguez now has 7. And fumble recoveries, Manti Te'o had 1. Jacob Rodriguez has 2. You see where I'm going with this? Manti Te'o had 0 touchdowns through the first 10 games of the season. Jacob Rodriguez has 1. So, my Brodie of the Week, Jacob Rodriguez. He's actually leading the Heisman fan vote right now. If you're following us over on Twitter at BrodiePod, the podcast has also voted for Jacob Rodriguez, right, Matt?
Right. Sure.
Yeah. It might have been me that voted for him, but either way.
Was Manti Te'o the last off-ball linebacker that was in Heisman consideration? Is that why you're bringing him up?
Yeah, and I listen, the Heisman Trophy is not it's not a defensive trophy. Like a defensive player, it's very rare for them to win it. Like Hunter winning that last year. He had to play both sides of the ball to win it. Jacob Rodriguez probably won't win the Heisman, but I want him to just be invited to New York. I think he has played exceptionally well this season. He's a quarterback converted to linebacker and a walk-on. So he's worked his way. And even the coach for Texas Tech, Joey McGuire, has compared Jacob Rodriguez to the quarterback of the defense. So he's playing well, playing exceptionally well. Hope he keeps it up, especially now that I mentioned his name. I don't want to jinx him, but I think he should be at least considered for the Heisman.
Tears ACL next week, dude.
No, please, no. We don't need
wood.
that. I'll be so
I'm
sad. Yeah, knock on wood. Do I just get to my second one here?
Yeah.
We alternating? Sure. We'll just do 1 and 2. All right. My second one, this is one that happened last week. I think it was the day after we released the podcast. It was Alex Ovechkin. He was if you don't know who he is, longtime player in the NHL. I think he's played now 21 seasons, or he's in his 21st season. Alex Ovechkin is the first NHL player to hit 900 goals, or to score 900 goals in the NHL. He did that on November 5th, last Wednesday, and a 6-1 win versus the St. Louis Blues. The Blues goaltender tried to steal Alex Ovechkin's 900th goal. Jordan Binnington tried to swipe the puck for Alex Ovechkin's 900th goal, and I think it was impressive to hit 900 goals. I think he's played, what was it? I don't know, he's played over like 1,500 games or something like that. But Matt, I had a fun game I wanted to play with you on of Alex Ovechkin.
Okay.
He started in the NHL in 2005, and I just want to ask you whether these things were before Alex Ovechkin was in the NHL or after and during his time in the NHL. So first I'll start off with the iPhone, the very first iPhone released. Was that before Alex Ovechkin or was that after Alex Ovechkin?
I'm going to assume after.
It was after. The iPhone was released June 29th, 2007. Ovechkin's first game was October 5th, 2005. Matt, the next one is the movie Avatar. Was that before Alex Ovechkin or after Alex Ovechkin?
I'm going to assume after as well.
After as well. December 18th, 2009. And
biggest box office hit ever.
The biggest box office hit ever. This is my next one. YouTube. Was YouTube before Alex Ovechkin or after Alex Ovechkin?
Before, dude. Surely.
It was before, barely. YouTube was founded in February 14th of 2005.
Really?
And like I said, his first game was that same year, October 5th. What about the Xbox 360? Before or after Alex Ovechkin?
Before.
It was actually after.
Really?
1 month after Alex Ovechkin. So that was just credible. He's I think definitely longest tenure in the NHL right now. And he's definitely one of the greats and will go down as one of the greats. So shout out Alex Ovechkin, my Brodie of the week.
At least 10 more seasons to go before he even
and there's talks that he's
about catching up with Gretzky.
He's apparently, who knows how many more seasons he has, but I think he's already promised that he wants to play like 1 year in Russia at the end of everything. Even when he's done, he's not going to really be done. So one of the goats.
Good for him.
Lead us in with your Brodie of the week, Matt.
Yeah, so my first Brodie is actually another Texas Tech Red Raider.
We're not biased at all.
Well, this guy, maybe a little bit. JT Toppin, Texas Tech men's basketball, power forward, missed the first game of the season, was able to start for the second game, made his debut against Sam Houston State, dropped 31 points, 14 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. Before the season even started, he was projected to be a top 5 player in the entire NCAA for basketball.
He led us on that deep run last year in March Madness.
Yeah, he's had a player of the year hype already before the season even started. He was projected to be a All-American in the preseason, which, judging by this game, I think he will be. Just a little fun tidbit. TCU men's basketball ranked number 10 to start the season. That is the highest in program history.
Yeah, I did see football and basketball. We're both ranked top 10.
That was going to be what I was going to say next.
Oh, I'm
both are ranked top 10. I think this has happened before, though.
I just saw that
fairly recently. Yeah, I just thought it was cool. To have two of the main sports in college to be ranked top 10, that's fun.
Yeah, well, so I did see today that stat's a little outdated. We won both of our games for Texas Tech basketball. and then we dropped to 11. How do
Really?
you win your games and still drop? That's
okay. Well,
I think that just came out.
besides, when I wrote it down, they were both
Oh yeah,
top
that
10.
should be true. I don't know why we dropped that. And
I don't
saying that
know.
you win both your games and you drop, that doesn't
Yeah,
make
it's not
any
like-
sense.
It's not like the other teams in college basketball are playing, top tier opponents already.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of tune-up games before they really get into it. Next, Brodie,
There we go.
hitting close to home, close to my heart. Mr. Tyler Shuck, Mr. 40-year-old rookie quarterback of the Saints.
Is it Shuck or Show?
Shuck it is. You would think Show.
Yeah.
I thought Show. It's Shuck. Made his first debut as a starting quarterback in the National Football League this past Sunday and led the New Orleans Saints to their second win of the season. And I don't know if you already saw what I had written down.
I don't think I saw it, but you definitely told me this.
The last win, the last time the Saints won with a rookie quarterback, take a guess on the year. I mean, it's not like the Saints. It's not like the Saints draft quarterbacks often, anyway.
This is my first time hearing this. I'm just gonna assume.
To be fair, they had Brees for like
1980,
16, 17 years. Yeah, you 1 year off, 1981.
Oh wow, I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, you looked at it, you son of a
No,
bitch.
you definitely told me this when we were watching the game.
No way.
Yes.
Okay, maybe I did. All right. Thanks for pretending you didn't know. Longest drought in the NFL, by the way, which is a little surprising, but yeah, dude, he went 19 of 27, 280 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 turnovers. The craziest stat, actually, considering he is a rookie and this was his first official start, when he was faced with a 3rd and 6 or longer, he was 5 of 5, 169 yards and a touchdown.
No,
which is
that's pretty good. I mean,
insane.
it's just the level of competition. It's not like
They were the Panthers were 5-4 when they played this game, by the way.
And the Panthers did beat the Cowboys and the Packers, so I mean, I guess they are the real deal.
They were a winning team when we played them, or when he played them. And only one of those completions wasn't a first down or better, because I know he had a touchdown on one of those. Oh, impressive stuff out of him. And I'll talk more about it later, I guess. But
no, this will probably be the only time you talk about the Saints.
Maybe.
So let's go ahead and get it all out now.
This will be one. And let me
there we go.
But, good for him.
He's hurting all
Spencer Rattler.
Draft odds.
Actually, okay, we did drop to the 2nd overall pick. The Titans jumped up to number 1, but
You got to stop winning.
But they already have their quarterback. They drafted Cam Ward number 1 overall last year. They're not.
It sounds like you guys already have y'all's quarterback.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't need to draft a quarterback.
Well, then in that case, who cares about number 2?
Yeah, y'all can just trade it away for more value.
We're trading that away.
Yeah.
Maybe you should. I don't know.
Speaking
Different
of
conversation for another day, though.
Yeah, so this segue was perfect to another team that's going to be, or maybe traded away too much value and is now having them reap it's not benefits, but I mean, it's horrific. We're going to talk about the Mavericks have now officially fired the GM, Nico Harrison.
Good riddance, idiot.
I'm just going to say real quick, oh man, dude, that sucks, dude. I can't believe Nico got fired. That's horrible. I don't know how I'm going to ever move on from this. Oh, wait, no. I'm excited. This is actually this is a great thing. I wish he would have had to just sit there and listen to the fire Nico chants more from the Maverick fans. But this is now finally, I guess it's time to heal. But Patrick Dumont, owner of the Mavs, released a statement, and he's basically just apologizing for the last 7 to 8 months of what's gone on with the basketball operations. 9 months, yeah. Luka was traded February 1st, and from there on, it's just kind of been
in the middle of the night.
Absolute hell. Yeah, I think everyone remembers where you were when Luka was traded, whether you're a Mavs fan or not. I still don't forgive the Mavericks for this. We're still going to be in a horrible place. Nico is what he's done to the team. But it made me think what I would do if I was hired as the GM day one. And I would immediately offer the entire future of the franchise to get Luka back. I would definitely ruin our chances of building any team around him, but I would bring Luka back. And that's the only way Mavs fans could be healed.
I did see a post on Twitter that was saying, would the Lakers accept a trade of Anthony Davis, Kyrie, Cooper Flag, and somebody else for Luka? And I don't think they would even do that. No,
not with Luka. Luka right now is averaging 37 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists a game. He's on an absolute tear in the league. I mean, the Lakers are sitting at just look at where the trade has landed everyone. And granted, AD has been hurt and the Mavs have been kind of injured.
Luka hasn't even been there a full season for the Lakers, and he's already breaking Laker records.
Yeah. I mean, the Lakers are sitting at 8-2, and the Mavs are sitting at 2-8, and the bottom tier of the the Western Conference. It's not looking good for Mavs. I did see in the article. What?
8-3.
8-3, yeah.
I don't want to listen. We've made it a point. Everything we say has to be, if we're bringing up stats, it's got to be factual at this point. Besides, if it's, one of our takes, who cares?
But, yeah, I think Nico said whenever he made the Luka trade, time will tell if I'm right. And now the time has shown that you were definitely not right.
It's so stupid, man.
I saw the video going around of him and all the fans at the game. I think it was it was against the Bucks. Was it 2 nights ago? Whatever it was. And they were all just yelling, "Fire Nico," and he's just sitting there, just in the stands, taking it. I don't know what the fans are going to chant now that Nico's gone. Maybe bring back Luka. But it's just been it's been a horrible nightmare for a Mavs fan in the last, like Matt said, 9 months. And I think the healing process will begin. Patrick Dumont has said that he's committed to winning and success. Fortunately, I think the Mavs are going to have to lose this season and next season. Maybe we don't have a first-round pick until 2031. So that just doesn't even seem like a real year.
What do you mean we don't have a first-round pick?
Apparently, we traded away our first-round picks. I think it was 2026, 2027, 2028.
And we don't have our own?
Yeah.
Okay, because we do have the Lakers.
Because
at least we have the Lakers in 2029.
Okay, 2029. That's our next first-round pick. But I know they said Nico traded away our picks whenever he was building that finals team around Luka the first time. And then to blow it up, he's kind of left us in a very vulnerable spot. I did see possible, people are asking maybe Dirk take over the GM duties.
He'll be too busy being at Luka's games.
Yeah, Dirk has kind of distanced himself from the Mavs ever since what they kind of did to Luka. I don't expect Luka to ever forgive the Mavs, and I think he seems happy in LA now.
I know it hurts me, but I also love that his relationship with Austin Reeves. I mean, they're like buddies, they're pals now, and even if he didn't have close friends on the team, I'm not sure if he would ever even want to come back, and I can't blame him.
Yeah, it's been tough. I don't know what the future is going to look like for the Mavs. I know the players said it's hard to build morale. They said all their home games feel like not home. It feels like a disadvantage. They said no one on the team's bickering, but it's how do you build morale when everyone wants your GM fired?
Yeah, and also with AD out and Kyrie out for the foreseeable future. Kyrie's out to at least December, January, whatever. But
I think it's
AD's hurt
February.
again. AD's hurt again. Two of our two best players are out, and that's going to affect it even more because we're 3-8 now.
Yeah, and I saw people saying the Mavs won this trade because they got AD, who's so much better than Luka on both sides of the court, and Luka's a defensive vulnerability. And it's if that's true, which that's a different debate. The best ability is availability, and Luka has been playing more games than AD. And will definitely this season play more games. AD has been someone that has always gotten hurt, and they don't call him Anthony Street Clothes Davis for nothing, So it's just absolutely unfortunate. And they were talking about even the Mavs might have to trade AD, but you don't even know what you'd get for AD. The Lakers aren't trading Luka for AD. I'll tell you that. You're not going to get any type of superstar, especially after the injury. It's a tough spot to be in as a Mavs fan. But this was a step in the right direction.
The only bright spot is Cooper Flag currently.
Yeah, but you have an aging roster around. You have an aging roster around him.
Yeah, but he's the youngest player in the league, and against the Bucks, against Giannis, 26 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and a block. That's promising. Yeah. That's something to be a little excited about.
No, Cooper Flag
it's not fair. It's not fair to Cooper Flag that
this is a whole
he got
situation.
thrown into this situation that all the fans are hating the management of the team. They're not.
They're not mad at the
first
players.
year. This was the first year in 26 years that the season tickets weren't sold out.
Yeah, you want to talk about why he got fired? You want to talk about why he got fired when fans stopped showing up to games? It starts hurting the pockets of the owner. This was the first time in, like you said, I think it was 24 years. But it's the first time
years. Whatever, long time.
First time a home game hasn't been sold out, so it's fans started taking a stand against him a little bit. I just think no one is interested in a team that's doing that bad.
Was that what it was? Home game wasn't sold out?
I mean,
that
It's the
long?
first
Or was it
time in
season tickets?
24 years. Yeah, it was the first time it just hasn't been sold out. So I don't know what's next for the Mavs, but they're not looking good. At least Nico's out of the building now. I hate that he doesn't have to just sit there with his mistake that he made, but at least like now we can get someone competent in, which dude, he was looking so good when he was building that team around Luka, and then to trade Luka was just everyone's like, okay, no, this guy's actually crazy. He's actually insane. So time will tell if he's right, which he's not. With that, we will come back and we will talk about some of the headlines going on in the NFL this week. And we are back to talk about some of the NFL Week 10 headline stories, kind of what's going on around the league. And Matt, you want to start us off?
Yeah, I'll start you off. So 2 weeks ago, linebacker of the Broncos, Alex Singleton, got randomly drug tested, as I assume every NFL player does. And they actually discovered that he was not on any PEDs, but that he did have a cancerous testicular tumor. And luckily, it was caught extremely early. They were able to remove it, and his prognosis is excellent. And he was kind of reluctant to share this information, as you can imagine, very personal. But I just thought it was, extremely.
It's almost like
coincidental.
It's like
lucky for him, like
a hand of God reaching out and being like, "Here's a random drug test. Oh, turns out you actually have early stage cancer. This is a good thing to catch." Yeah, no, that's an awesome story.
And testicular cancer isn't one of the more serious ones, but it is prominent again among men. Obviously,
any men listening to this podcast, go get tested.
Yeah, man. Get your little guys checked out, huh?
This is
you never know what you could have down there.
This is actually a great story because November is Men's Health Awareness Month, so this actually fits in perfect.
There you go.
Yeah, Movember. It's what we used to do. Movember. It's like you don't shave in November or something. Grow your mustache out. Show your support for men's health. Great story.
Absolutely.
There, man.
Shout out Alex.
Shout out to Alex Singleton. Shout out.
That must be scary though.
Yeah. So I guess is he gonna have to have surgery or something, or did it say that?
He did. It's already removed.
Oh, he's already
good.
His
prognosis is excellent.
Is he coming back to play next week? They got the Chiefs.
Should be.
Okay. Cancer free.
He got it like either this week or last week. Either last week or the week before, but
okay.
He's good to go.
He should be cleared. And turns out not on any drugs.
Shout out.
All right, let's get into the meat of what has happened in the NFL. Brian Daboll.
Speaking of meat, the big old Brian Daboll.
Brian Daboll out as the Giants head coach, fired after he risked Jackson Dart's health and gave him, I think, his fourth concussion of the season. I had to go to the blue tent. And Matt, what are some other things you had on this story?
Daboll has been. There's guys around the league that refer to him as a good coach, and he is.
Yeah,
it's just a tough situation. This is his third straight year starting the season 2-8. He's blown 4 double-digit leads in 4 road losses. As good of a coach as you might be thought of as, if that is your track record, you're going to get fired, especially in a professional sport. So offensive coordinator Micah Kafka is taking over.
I think what you said was his third year of 2-8. Two of those years you can put on him. This year, what's going on, the injuries that he suffered this year, Malik Neighbors tearing, was his ACL? Was it ACL or Achilles?
ACL.
Whatever. ACL. Cam Scadaboo breaking his ankle, and then Jackson Dart. Maybe that one you can blame on him for the way they run the quarterback over at the Giants. But I think he was such a big part in drafting Jackson Dart. I don't really necessarily agree with this firing. It seemed like him and Jackson Dart had a real connection, and to move on from him, and now Jackson Dart has to have a new head coach. I guess it's the offensive coordinator taking over for at least the interim. He's kind of a lame duck. He's just coming in, going to be the coach. They might bring in someone else. I think it's a little quick. I would have given them at least this year, next year with like a fully healthy roster, but Giants are ready to move on.
Yeah, to be fair, hindsight, if they started Jackson Dart earlier, they might have more wins. But, firing him, Jackson Dart has only played, 5-6 games?
Yeah, fourth or fifth game?
Something like that. And firing this early isn't really going to mess up his continuity with the staff, I don't think. Especially with the OC getting promoted. It's not like, a Baker situation where you wait a full year, fire the head coach, hire a new one, give him a whole season, fire him again, get a new one, wait a whole season, fire him again.
Was that over in Cleveland?
Yes.
Yeah.
So hopefully he'll get more of a chance to connect with the next head coach.
Yeah, I just don't. I say you finish the season with him and Dart. I wonder if Dart had anything to say in this conversation, or if it was just kind of the Giants ownership was like, all right, we're going to move on from Daboll or the GM. They weren't happy, especially after you said the fourth double-digit loss on the road this year. Like you got to be able to finish out these games.
Not a fourth double-digit loss. This was the fourth blown double-digit lead.
Yeah, double-digit lead, yeah.
In a road game, which is worse.
But it's not like Daboll's out there the one that's throwing the ball, or he's the linebacker or whatever.
Well, then no coach should get fired then. No coach should get fired.
No, GM should get fired. We just talked about about Nico that got fired.
Yeah, it's funny because their GM, Jim Scone.
Yeah,
he's still there.
Yeah, he's the one that let Saquon walk.
They fired like 3 or 4 head coaches since he's been there. His job is still safe.
Yeah,
somehow.
Sometimes
I think they might be firing the wrong guy, like you're saying. Maybe they're firing the wrong guy.
Yeah, I think Daboll, I mean, like, I can't remember what his track record is that he's had in the NFL. Probably can just look it up real quick.
I know he got promoted up from a spot on the Giants, coaching spot on the Giants.
Yeah, so he was the Bills offensive coordinator, averaged 31 points a game. And the Giants, his first season, he went 9-7-1, made the playoffs.
Oh, so he wasn't?
And he won.
He didn't get hired up. So he wasn't like a coordinator or whatever on the Giants and got.
No, he was a coordinator for the Bills and then came over 2022. And like I said, he won Coach of the Year that year. So it's not like he's a bad coach. He's worked with, I think he was working with Josh Allen over at the Bills too. So he's had success other places. I think honestly, like another team's going to need a coach and they'll definitely use him. I mean, the Titans fired their coach this year. I could easily see him going over there to the Tennessee Titans and working with the likes of Cam Ward.
He's absolutely not going to have a problem getting another job in the NFL.
Yeah, it just didn't work out in New York. So, but
speaking
of coaches that I would like to see in New York, I would call up, if I'm the New York Giants, I would call up Jon Gruden and just see, get a temperature check with him because he's expressed that he wants to be a head coach in the NFL again. And then I just think back to Jon Gruden and Jackson Dart when they met, was it Gruden's QB camp?
Yeah.
And there's that famous clip of him like, I want to hear your snap count. And Jackson Dart just claps. And he's like, no, I want to hear the snap count. He goes, no, that's it. That's my snap count. He goes, what the hell are you clapping for? So there's obviously a good chemistry there. I think Gruden has also said like he likes Jackson Dart a lot. So it would be kind of a fun fit. I know Gruden's also over at Barstool right now and doing his, was it the FF? Oh, was it the FFHC or something? The fired something coaches association.
That's
so he's definitely always still watching game film and staying up to date with the NFL. I think it would be a great fit. The Giants are probably going to hire someone really boring though, but
it'd be hard to tear him away from that. I think just like Nick Saban, he's not coming back either.
Well, no, but like Gruden, like Nick Saban says, like I don't want to coach again. He's like I want to give I think you mentioned it on one of the episodes. You're like, you want to give the baby Saban head coaches shots or something. Whereas Gruden he's like, no, I'm doing this because I want to get back to the NFL. He's like, I was born to be a head coach. It's what I want to do. So right now he's just kind of filling his time with like the Barstool stuff, I think.
Yeah, and I think recently the controversial stuff with him kind of got shut down.
Yeah.
Some court stuff, I think. I don't know the specifics, but he was
I think he ended up
innocent and whatever it was. I don't remember.
Yeah, so he's good to go. See. Yeah. So we're a podcast that's going to push for Jon Gruden to get a head coaching job.
I kind of wanted him at LSU, but
dude, I love his TikToks. There's what's the one where he's like, I'm in the nightmares or something.
I don't know.
But dude, I if you follow the BrodiePod on TikTok, I'm always like reposting his Jon Gruden.
He's so funny.
The funny videos. Yeah, good coach. Would absolutely get me fired up to run through a wall.
I don't know if you want that type of coach when you got Scattaboo and Jackson Dart,
who
will take that literally and actually run through a brick wall.
Dude, he would get Scattaboo fired up big time. That would be. I think he probably would love Scattaboo. He's like, that's my guy right there. Moving on to the next thing here, Matt. You want to take it away with your little note you have here?
Yeah, fun little tidbit.
This is insane.
former kicker of the Birmingham Stallions, a UFL team, Harrison Mevis, or Mevis, a.k.a. the Thiccer kicker, stands at 6 feet tall, 242 pounds. Big
Boys.
fella. He lives up to the name. He went, so in the NFL, I guess last season, he went 20 of 21 on field goals, which is excellent. And Rams dealing with injuries to their kickers. Got signed, got brought up to this past game, started in it. Unfortunately, didn't get a chance to kick a field goal, but he did go 6 for 6 on extra points.
Yeah, that's a great segue for the next thing I want to talk about. That is an absolute.
That's a unit, brother.
That is a absolute unit of a kicker right there. What's going on with the Rams kicker? Have they just been getting hurt or something?
It's either hurt or I think it is just
I don't think I heard
Is
any
it
of them
Josh
cutting anyone.
Cardi?
Let's see. I'll pull up their injury report real quick. Just 'cause I remember you putting that down there, and I was like, "What's going on with?"
I think he was like questionable or something, and then he was actually rolled out, so they brought him up to be their kicker.
Can you not show me the whole injury report? Well, this one doesn't. This one
I don't think it was due to his
well.
performance. I think it was just injury.
Well, now Joshua Cardi was their kicker before, right? He still seems fine. Harrison Mevis, is he listed on the roster? Trying to see if he. Oh no. Okay, Carthy just got demoted.
Really?
He missed 5 of 15 field goal attempts, in addition to missing 3 PATs while undergoing a sophomore slump in 2025. Sean McVay said he's not going anywhere.
Yeah. Okay. Completely wrong. Should have done.
Well, you're
more
right.
research.
Mevis came in.
Joshua
yeah.
Cardi has missed 8 kicks in the NFL, and that is the most. So that's why they brought up.
He's still on the roster just as a second string kicker now. But that is see an absolute unit come in and take your spot.
And teams don't usually roster 2 kickers, so somebody's gonna get cut. And I hope it's Joshua Cardi because this guy's
I want to see what this kicker. I gotta get a picture of him in my head real quick. Let me see here.
That picture.
Yeah,
I don't know if
that actually does show up through the screen somewhat well.
He's a big fella, dude. We're number 92, looking like a D lineman out there.
Also, Matt, you don't have to. I can just put a picture in the podcast.
I know, but
My gosh, dude, this guy is this is a big dude. Oh, this is the Mizzou's old kicker.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I remember this guy in college.
He might have gotten even bigger since being in the UFL.
Where's number 92?
I mean, look at his calves, though. His calves are giant, dude. His legs are massive. He might break the kicking record, dude.
We'll see. I guess speaking of why he didn't get to attempt any field goals, this leads into the next thing. Matthew Stafford. It might be time for consideration for the MVP. Matthew Stafford is now the let me start that over. Matthew Stafford is the first player in NFL history to accomplish at least 4 passing touchdowns and 0 INTs in 3 consecutive games. Matthew Stafford leads the NFL with 25 touchdown passes this season. He has thrown 20 with no interceptions in the past 6 games. Sean McVay was asked, and he said he's just in total command. It's a continuation of a guy that really works his tail off throughout the course of the week. He uses the accumulation of knowledge and experience, and he's just playing really confident. It looks like the game is in slow motion to him right now. And then Davante Adams says, it looks like the MVP played to me all year, to be honest. Dude, Davante Adams has really had a great couple of weeks catching the ball from Matthew Stafford. Stafford finished 24 for 36 for 280 yards and became the 9th player ever with at least 400 touchdown passes. So,
and he really is running away with the passing touchdown, most passing touchdowns this year. He has 5 more than second place, which is Jared Goff with 20.
Yeah, and Jared Goff had a great game also as well, but Matthew Stafford, 4 touchdowns to 4 different receivers. Davante Adams, Puka Nacua, Kobe Parkinson, and Davis Allen. It was really just a beat down that they put on the 49ers the whole way. And Matthew Stafford might be time to put him in MVP conversation. I don't know. I want to pump the brakes a little bit because there is a running back that we're probably about to talk about who's also putting on MVP performances.
Well, he's in consideration.
Yeah, I think
we're not crowning anybody just yet.
Yeah, we want to pump the brakes a little bit. It's not going to be, Matthew Stafford runaway with MVP. I just think it's time to put him in. I know he's older. He's an older quarterback.
There might be somebody else actually running away with the MVP.
No, do we want to get into? I was going to look up real quick how old Peyton Manning was when he won his last MVP. Peyton Manning.
I think Aaron Rodgers might be older than he was.
Oh, yeah. So, old quarterbacks can win. Peyton Manning was 37 when he won his 5th MVP.
Never mind. Well, actually, maybe.
Yeah, let's see. Aaron Rodgers.
This was, what, 2018?
Aaron Rodgers also 37.
Okay. So when he
when
beat
won
out
his
Drew
most
Brees.
recent. Oh, when he beat Drew Brees, he was 28 in 2011.
Well, I mean, he also beat him out. I think Drew Brees was also in consideration in 2018.
Let's see. Matthew Stafford age. This is really the research that you don't get on any other podcast. Matthew Stafford, 37 years old.
No way.
He's winning the MVP this year. He's actually winning the MVP.
Lock it in on draft picks.
Aaron Rodgers, 37. Peyton Manning, 37. Matthew Stafford, 37. He's winning MVP. Well, I guess we could go ahead and talk about the other guy that's in consideration.
Speaking of somebody who...
Yeah, run with it, Matt.
Should have won MVP. Drew Brees.
No, we're not talking...
What?
Oh, okay. Sorry, I forgot. We do have this. I thought we were going...
Oh, okay. Were you going to go straight into...
No. Let's go with yours. I liked your... I'm sorry for interrupting you. I thought you were just getting on Brees.
Well, you brought up somebody...
Yeah.
All right. Fox signed Drew Brees to a multi-year deal to become a full-time NFL game analyst, I assume this next season. He's going to partner with Adam Amin, and Fox now has Greg Olsen, Brees, and Brady as in-game analysts, which is a pretty good roster to have.
Yeah, Fox is running away with it. I'm trying to see who Adam Amin is.
I just saw
Who is this guy?
Forget which game he did. He's the color commentator that they have that just announces the plays and stuff. But
I don't think I've ever. Maybe I have heard this guy. I'd have to hear the voice.
You'd know him. He's not just some random nobody.
Drew Brees is interesting though. It seems like they're just gonna want to find these quarterbacks. I don't know if I'm gonna like it or hate it.
It's gonna be another I think it's gonna be another Tony Romo situation where he just calls the plays before they happen. Like, this is what the offense is going to do. This is what the defense is going to do. And then it happens.
But Tony Romo's been missing a lot more since he's been out of the league now.
Has he? Well, Good thing Drew Brees is the best to ever do it. So he's definitely going to replace Mark Sanchez.
Shocker there.
I don't think
Did we touch on? I don't think we touched on the Mark Sanchez thing.
I think so. I'm not sure if he's officially fired, but he's going to be fired.
Yeah, he'll be fired.
I fear he's never going to have a job. Certainly not a job like this. And
yeah, he might be gone. So great replace with Drew Brees, who's like the golden child of the NFL.
Yeah, talk about what is it?
So I guess if we're ranking on, how do you think Fox is going to rank him, though? Brady's going to be the guy, so gets the prime time, the America's game. Greg Olsen's number 2. Drew Brees 3.
He might have to work his way up a little bit.
Even in broadcasting, Brady's beating Brees.
All right, dude. He hasn't even been there yet, dude. So it's funny, Brady did say, he touched on the Brees hiring. He said Brady said he's going to be the 3rd most accurate quarterback at Fox now. He said Brees, Terry Bradshaw, and then him.
Oh, I thought he was taking a dig at Brees.
How would that be a dig?
No, I thought you were saying like he's the 3rd something. I didn't know it was
the 3rd most accurate.
Yeah, so Brady was talking about himself.
He was talking about himself?
Yeah.
No, yeah, he wasn't talking about Brees. He was talking about...
Yeah.
Brady was talking about Brady.
For a second, you were saying like he was saying about Brady. I was like, wait a second, that doesn't make sense.
I'm a boys now, dude.
He is going to have the 3rd most Super Bowls out of those 3.
All right. Well, Greg Olsen has 0. So
this is next year though. This isn't happening this year.
No, brother.
Okay. Well, he also has his Hall of Fame induction next year.
Yeah, that'll be fun. They're going to bring in the gold jacket while he's in the booth.
Oh, actually?
I don't know.
Or you just making that up?
I just assume so. He's going to get. They're going to.
He's going to call his own
deliver
Hall of Fame
him
game?
the gold jacket while he's there. I assume.
We'll have to see what
I feel like that's what they've done with some other guys that work there.
Yeah, Drew Brees, the great Charger. That's what he's going in the Hall of Fame as.
No, he's not.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be interested. I think, didn't he do like a little stint on TV?
Yeah, he did
a little bit, and then he kind of backed out.
It wasn't like a in-game analyst.
Like in the booth.
It was like on the panel.
Yeah, it's like what Jason Garrett's doing on NBC, which that's still, seeing him smile is just weird. I don't know. I don't ever saw him smile in Dallas, so.
That's why NBC ain't Fox.
Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, so he'll be, I think maybe he was on the OT or something. I don't know. I'll be interested to see. I don't know.
Dude, Fox is just shelling out the cash. They're the Los Angeles Dodgers of the NFL world, I guess.
They understand you got to get these names. Better than ESPN right now. The YouTube
and I will
TV
say
thing is still going on.
The former quarterbacks being in-game analysts has worked out very well, I think.
Troy Aikman.
Long time.
Done it.
Very good fellow.
Yeah, him and Joe Buck. Good. I like the good pairing.
I like Tony Romo. I like Brady as a commentator.
Greg Olsen drives me up a wall, but that's just because he hates on Dallas a lot, no matter what's happening in the game. But
also I guess Chris Collinsworth was a.
Oh yeah. Well, that one I don't know. Oh wait, what does he say? Now here's a guy.
Now here's a that
We-
looked a
that
little
should be-
Mahomey.
Be a segment we just do like
Now
our impersonations of
that's
the
instead of
commentators.
Brodie's of the week, it should be. Now here's a guy.
Now here's a guy that I think should win the Heisman, Jacob Rodriguez.
He's the Mahomes of the defense.
His coaches compared him to Mahomes. Mahomes was actually at the game watching him.
Dude, I love that, like, Collinsworth has that, like, now here's a guy, and then Tony Romo has, I don't know, Jim, I don't know.
It's like, all right, Tony, it's a 4th down. Calm down, buddy.
I don't know, Jim. All right, anyways.
We got to move on, all right? That's awesome for Drew Brees. All right.
Shout out, my goat.
Matt, you want to talk about, we want to get Joey with it?
I mean, yeah, this is just a rumor type deal, but I thought it was fun to include.
Gossip girl.
Just to ponder on.
Matt's gossip corner. Go ahead. Rumors.
Anyways, yeah, so there has been rumors, Joe Burrow, after the season, is he going to want out of Cincinnati? I know he's got his boy, Jamar Chase, there, but this is what, his 4th, I'm just spitballing, his 4th, like, significant injury that he's had. You know, obviously, I assume they're trying to improve the offensive line. They really haven't done that. He's really not getting protection. I wouldn't think that he would want to leave Cincinnati since he's from Ohio. But,
yeah,
you know, Adam Schefter tweeted, if he wants out, he'll get out. Obviously, you know, big name guy. He's got pretty much anywhere to go if he wants to leave.
He's locked up under contract. I just looked up his contract. He signed a 5-year extension in 2023. And he's under contract until 2029, being paid an average annual salary of $55 million.
Yeah. I mean,
so
I'm not exactly sure how it works with somebody who wants to get traded. He can request a trade, I guess, and just say, I'm not going to play for you. But again, I don't see him doing that.
Yeah, I think, and this is why we say it's a rumor. Monday night just came out that Joe Burrow wants to come back and play in the Thanksgiving game. He's opened, I guess now he's a 21-day window to return to the games. And so he's eyeing Thanksgiving when Cincinnati plays Baltimore.
Yeah, this should probably be a little early
yeah.
for him to come back.
I think it's too early to come back.
But I guess it shows it's a good sign for the Bengals.
Apparently he's put in the work, and he said he's ready to go. And even the medical staff is like, yeah, he's been in here every day working, trying to do rehab, get back. I just think from what was the injury? Is the big toe or something? It's the ligament that runs like turf toe. Yeah. It's the ligament that runs from like your big toe to like the ball of your foot.
That ain't something you want to.
It's not something
hurry
you can
on
really
back to play from.
Especially like every play, you're going to be using that ligament as a quarterback. Whether you're stepping back to pass or you're going to be taking off on a run, you got these guys that run 4.3 chasing you down. And Joe Burrow, hate to break it to you, doesn't run a 4.3.
He's pretty elusive in the pocket.
But yeah, I guess, the rumor, he could get traded in the offseason if he wanted to. I don't know why or really where he would go. Like what team? I mean, any team would take Joe Burrow. It's just whether it fits. Yeah, but the Saints have Tyler Shook, your guy.
Right. Joe Burrow's more my guy. But yeah, I just thought it was, everybody likes the hypothetical, especially something as big as this, a big name in Joe Burrow.
Like the Jets,
I think
the Jets were rumored because they have all those 1st-round picks.
Yeah, like how many picks would it take to get plus players? What would the trade package even look like for Joe Burrow?
I don't know if Joe Burrow would look right in the Jets uniform.
That would look hideous.
I'm just trying to picture it in my head right now. This isn't really good podcast content because I'm just sitting here just going like, what would the green look like? What would the Jets logo look like on Joe Burrow? I can't picture him anything other than like Cincinnati.
I was going to say Raiders, but their offensive line actually might.
Oh, dude, he would actually look sick in a Raiders uniform.
They're just another team that kind of have the pieces in place a little bit.
I guess the Seahawks are married to Sam Darnold now for the future.
Well, it's interesting to think about it because if Joe Burrow is actually available, how many teams would ditch their current quarterback for a shot at a guy like Burrow?
Yeah.
I think a lot. Cardinals, 40.
Not the Falcons. They got Penix and Cousins.
The Falcons. Yes.
They got plenty of quarterbacks.
Easily.
I mean, they would, but it would be crazy the quarterback room they would have.
Panthers, I don't think so. Yeah, but we're going to have to go through every team.
No, Joe Burrow, when healthy, top 10 quarterback.
Huh?
Could go higher than that.
Top 3, buddy? Yes.
I don't.
Yes.
I'm trying to think right now in my head who I'd put above him. Obviously, Mahomes and Allen, but.
Obviously. That's crazy.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Burrow over Allen, please. Any day.
Any day, like when it's snowing in Buffalo.
100%.
When it's
He's from
snowing in Buffalo, I'm
Cincinnati.
taking Allen.
He's from Cincinnati. He's used to the damn snow. and the
Yeah, not
cold.
like Josh Allen, though. Josh Allen's from Wyoming.
Is he from Wyoming, or did he just play there?
He played there. Plenty of snow. And he's played, I mean, he has like one of the coolest snow touchdowns whenever he became a receiver.
It doesn't snow there every game, though, buddy.
No, but you said any day I'm taking
Any day.
Burrow over Allen, and
Yes.
I'm here to tell you when it's snowing, I want Allen.
Joe Burrow's a better quarterback. End of story. Yes. Mahomes.
I'm top 5.
I'd put Mahomes above him. I'm taking him over Lamar. I'm taking him over everybody else. I mean, there's only 4. The top 4, right? Allen, Mahomes, Burrow, Jackson.
Yep.
I'm taking him over at least 2.
Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl champion Jalen Hurts.
Nick Foles also won a Super Bowl in Philly.
Yeah, we got to save these for the summer when we debate quarterbacks and bring our list in whenever there's nothing to talk about. So we don't want to get
we don't want this
give the
podcast
listeners
to
too
be in
much.
2 hours as well.
Oh yeah. Also, yeah, we'll just do this for we'll just have to have like a secret episode we release or something. We're just rank quarterbacks. Talking about guys that are playing exceptionally well and MVP conversation. Jonathan Taylor had himself an absolute day. We'd be remiss if we didn't talk about it on the podcast, what he was able to do over in Berlin. 32 carries, 244 yards, 3 touchdowns, including one of those being an overtime winner, 3 catches for 42 yards. He had a total of 286 yards and had a long touchdown run of 83 yards. Absolute insane stuff. That 83-yard touchdown made him Taylor passed Ezra and James.
There you go.
For the most rushing touchdowns in franchise history.
That's a good guy to pass.
Jonathan Taylor now has 5 hat tricks on the year, meaning he scored 3 touchdowns in half of the Colts games this season. Taylor only needs one more 3-touchdown performance to set the NFL record for the most in a single season. LaDainian Tomlinson has that record at 6.
Also, that 83-yard touchdown was the longest rushing touchdown in Colts history.
I think it's the longest rushing touch. I think it might be the longest touchdown this season. I know it's the longest rushing touchdown this season, other than like a punt return or kick return.
Forgetting about Spencer Rattler to Rashid Shaheed.
Yeah, so it's the longest rushing touchdown this season.
Okay, is that what you said?
I said it was either the longest.
Definitely longest rushing.
Yeah, definitely longest rushing. So if you had Jonathan Taylor on your fantasy football team, congratulations. You won the week.
Congrats on the 50 points.
Yeah, he scored 49.6 points, which is also the most this season. He's just been on an absolute tear. Someone that if he goes, the Colts go. And the Colts almost messed around and lost this game. There was Daniel Jones had blood coming out of his mouth in the 4th quarter. I should say Jonathan Taylor's performance is the best performance ever by an NFL player in Berlin, Germany. The caveat to that stat was this was the first game ever in Berlin, Germany for the NFL.
I think you're right in saying that it'd be hard to
I don't see it getting past.
Performance. Shout out to Michael Penix, though. Drake London.
Yeah, also had
they
almost came back and they almost messed around and won that game.
Falcons defense played a hell of a game. Just hard to stop the MVP.
Yeah. And Matt, I think you brought it up last podcast, but we were going through just like the total touchdowns. Obviously, Matthew Stafford's leading with the most by any player, but he's also a quarterback, so it's not really fair. Because outside of that, I'm pretty sure Jonathan Taylor is leading. He's leading in rushing yards and touchdowns. Pretty insane stuff. I'm actually pulling it up real quick.
I was going to ask. I guess I can look it up. I know LT has the most.
Jonathan Taylor has 17 touchdowns this season. Josh Jacobs is sitting at 11. Jahmyr Gibbs is sitting at 10 total in the season between all the running backs and receivers.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for him to pass LT, though.
What's LT's all-time?
Most touchdowns in a season, I guess, by running back. 31. 28 rushing, 3 receiving. Ooh. Just absolute insanity.
How many games are left in the season? I'm looking it up. We're on
7?
week 11.
And more?
So he's at 17. He needs
17 total?
He's at 17 total.
So he needs, yeah.
Okay, so we did the math. Jonathan Taylor needs to score 15 touchdowns to pass LT. He has to average a little bit over 2 a game. So he might be able to do it, especially if he has a couple more hat tricks. And insane. Speaking of kind of the week of the running back, there were some other crazy performances that were overshadowed by Jonathan Taylor. Devon A-Chain, 40 points in fantasy, 22 carries, 174 yards, 2 touchdowns, 6 catches, 51 yards, also 225 total yards. Jahmyr Gibbs, 15 carries, 142 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 catches, 30 yards, and a touchdown through the air. So 3 total touchdowns. Trayvon Henderson finally showed up for the Patriots. Finally, if you've stashed him on your fantasy team, you love him. Finally, he's here. He's now the bell cow back for the Patriots.
A little fantasy sleeper.
28 points, 14 carries, 147 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he was able to look over at the coach and ask the coach if he should score the touchdown as he was running. That's how fast he was going. The coach said yes, so he went ahead and took it in. If you had any of those guys on your fantasy team, you probably won. They probably saved you the week. Congrats. Those are great picks. That kind of concludes all the headlines that we had for this week. Next, we're going to get into the podcast pick'em, which I'll give you all an update there, but it's not looking good for your boy. All right, we're back to do our picks for week 11 in the NFL, picks and previews. And just a little update on the score. Matt had an absolute week last week, and my lead that I had on him of 4 games has now shrunk to 1. Matt got 4 right. I got 1. And so now the podcast pick'em has never been closer, other than when we started the season.
They don't call me Matty Ice for nothing, man.
Yeah, you had an absolute week, and you had the hot hand. There was the Bears just keep saving me week in and week out. But we can get into the first game here. We have Jets at the Patriots. I probably should pull up what the spreads are for these games as well. So let me do that. Thursday Night Football, Jets at the Patriots. I'm taking the Patriots. Drake May. Patriots are the hottest team in football right now. I think currently. Let me pull up the standings as well. 8-2. They've won 7 in a row, and they're at home for this game. Yeah, and the Jets are 2-7. The Jets have won 2 in a row, but I think it's just hard to stop Drake May, who is absolutely on a tear. And it's almost not fair because the Patriots have Drake May, quarterback, doing exceptionally well. Trayvon Henderson. And then they have a corner. What's the corner's name?
First game. Christian Gonzalez. Is
that the corner that they drafted?
This year?
Yeah, they just drafted someone who's also doing well. I'll look it up real quick.
Gonzo is their best guy. You got Marcus Jones, too.
Yeah, I think it's Christian Gonzalez.
They didn't draft him this year, boy.
Oh, he was drafted in 2023. Yeah. Either way, the Patriots are doing well. I'm taking the Patriots. Matt?
Patriots.
So to guess the spread. If you're new here, Matt guesses the spread of every game. He's going to get a bunch of them wrong, but we'll see.
Patriots minus 8.5.
Patriots minus 12.5. It's not a good sign if he misses Thursday Night Football.
I just thought a division game might be close. Dude, Drake May is going to tear up this defense, dude. They just traded away Sauce.
Yep.
They're cooked. Anyways.
And they traded their defensive line.
Your boy.
Yeah, what's his name?
Quinn
Williams. I haven't got to see him play yet. That's why I'm excited this week. We're going to finally get to see the Cowboys draft picks. Or not the draft, the trades. Wow, it's so late. Messing up. All right, next game, Commanders at the Dolphins. Both of these teams are 3-7. This is the NFL Madrid game in Madrid, Spain at 8:30 in the morning. I actually don't know who I want to pick. I think I'm going to go Dolphins here just because the Commanders are without Jaden Daniels for the rest of the way of the year. I'm going Dolphins, Matt.
Dolphins minus 4.5.
Dolphins minus 2.5.
That's crazy.
Panthers at the Falcons, starting off the noon slate.
I forgot what happened last time they played. It was 30-0. I don't know if it was Panthers 30, them 0.
Panthers 30. Panthers 30.
Okay. I'm going to go Falcons.
You're going Falcons. I'm going to rock with my man Rico Dowdle in the Panthers. This is a division game, and I don't think either of these teams really have a chance at winning the division over the Bucs.
Panthers are pretty good. Panthers are a really good team.
Yeah, really good. See where they are in the standings.
They're a very good team.
I think they might be second. They're second behind they're actually 1 game behind the Bucs.
They're such a credible team.
Incredible, yeah. The Falcons, by the way, have lost 4 in a row, so you're riding on the streak ending. Matt, what'd you guess the spread was?
We'll do Panthers minus 3.5.
Falcons are favored 3.5.
What? I said Falcons.
You said Panthers. All right, Buccaneers at the Bills. Both these teams coming off a loss. Both these teams, not both. Bills haven't lost to the Patriots yet, right? No. Bills lost to the Falcons and the Dolphins.
Okay.
Oh, wait, they do have 3 losses. Who else did they lose to? They did lose to the Patriots already. Yes, they've lost to the Patriots, the Falcons, and the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say, I think the Patriots beat them.
Buccaneers also lost to the Patriots. I don't even know who the starting running back is for the Buccaneers. Apparently someone else has taken over. Just from when I checked fantasy. This is in Buffalo. I'm going Bills.
Sean Tucker?
Yeah, Sean Tucker. That's who it is.
I don't think he's I don't think he's taking over.
Apparently, he's getting a lot more of the carries, so
Might be
we'll
by
see.
committee. Give me the Bills. That's my thinking.
Bills.
There's no way they can lose 2 in a row, right?
There's no way well, the Buccaneers, is there a way that they lose 2 in a row? I don't know. Did you guess the spread on this one?
Bills minus 3.5.
Buffalo 5.5. Nice try. Nice try, little bro. All right, next game, Texans at the Titans. Battle of the T's. I think neither of us are going Titans on this. We're going Texans, even though actually the Texans had a nice win last week against the Jags, but we're pretty much taking the Texans just because the Titans are 1-8. So
Texans minus 6.5.
it is Texans 6.5. Bang, he gets the first one.
I'll let Texas won.
Next game, Bears at the Vikings. See, on one side, I've been picking the Vikings every week, and then I've also been picking the Bears every week, and now these teams play. The Vikings did win the last one of this in Chicago, so I'm going to go Bears on this. Matt, where you at?
Vikings.
So we are...
Bears can't keep winning, dude.
One. There's just something about Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson that I just can't go against.
Bears minus 2.5.
The Vikings are actually favored 3.5. I will say the Vikings defense in this game, it might be stupid of me to pick against them because the Vikings defense they pretty much had Lamar kind of shut down. And then the second half, he popped up. But like the first half, it was Lamar had I think it was just in fantasy alone, it was 4 points. The Vikings defense is really good. I'll be interested to see how they're going to shut down Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson running the helm of that offense. Next game, Packers at the Giants. I'm about tired of picking the Packers, man. And if the Giants hadn't fired Daboll, I would go Giants, but I'm rocking Packers here.
I got Packers as well. Even though that
game last night
was absolutely putrid.
That should be. I can't believe ESPN wants people to pay for games, and then they're going to put out a game that goes 10-7. What do you think the spread is for this, Matt?
Packers minus 3.5.
Packers 7.5. 3.5?
That's a little crazy. I'm sorry.
They don't have a receiver. They don't have a running back. They don't have a head coach. It should be higher than 7.5. Next game, Bengals at the Steelers. I'm going to go Steelers, I think, right? Am I crazy?
Oh, I'm going to go Steelers.
Joe Flacco going to light them up?
After that Sunday night game,
that was a
horrendous Aaron Rodgers performance, but
they're back at home. I got to think they're going to be able to pull this one out.
Give me Steelers minus 6.5.
Steelers 5.5. It's actually close. Chargers at the Jaguars. I'm going Chargers. The Jaguars have not impressed me. You're also going Chargers?
Chargers minus 6.5.
It's a lot closer than that. It's Chargers 2.5. Yeah, I'm not sure why. Chargers are at 7-3, Jaguars at 5-4. So this is 2 positive record teams. We'll see. Now to the afternoon slate of games. We got the Seahawks at the Rams. And this is probably the game I'm picking as game of the week. It's either this or the other game in the afternoon. There's another one that's good. I mean, really, all these are kind of... no, there's only 2 of these that are good. I'm going to say I really want to take the Seahawks because their defenses look great. Sam Darnold hasn't looked as good. Matthew Stafford's looked great on the other hand. The Rams are looking like a real wagon. Both these teams are 7-2. I'm going to go Seahawks just because they are undefeated on the road.
Give me Matthew Stafford's wagon, please.
But I would not be surprised if the Rams win this game.
Rams minus 5.5.
It's closer than that. It's Rams 3.5.
We'll see.
Next game, finish at the Cardinals. Well, I should also mention real quick that the Seahawks and Rams, that's for first place in the NFC West. Moving on. 49ers and Cardinals. What are you thinking, Matt? I'll let you pick first. You're taking Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to go opposite of you. I'm taking the 49ers. I think their offense
So you're scared.
Maybe just now getting healthy. What do you think the spread is for this one? I mean, the spread's, I'm not going to say
49ers 1.5.
49ers 2.5. Yeah. So I didn't want to give you any hints on what the spread was because
it's the battle of the NFC West in the afternoon, huh?
Yep. I mean, there's a bunch of division games in the afternoon. Rams at the Browns, or not Rams. Ravens at the Browns. I'm taking Ravens. The Browns are horrid.
Ravens, please. Minus 6.5.
7.5.
I'm done picking spreads. Who cares? Nobody listening cares, surely. I don't care. I'm tired of getting them wrong. I'm done.
It's fun when you get it right, though.
Not really.
All right. Chiefs at the Broncos. The Chiefs are looking great. They're coming off a bye week.
Chiefs minus 1.5.
I am also with you on the Chiefs. I got to put it down. The Chiefs are coming off their bye. What did you say it was? What did you say spread?
Chiefs minus 1.5.
Chiefs 3.5. I don't know why you You just retired from
Because the
it.
Broncos are okay. I knew
I
they
want
were
to ask you
gonna
this, Matt. Do you think this is more of a test for the Chiefs or for the Broncos?
the Broncos.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs are coming off a bye. I will say the Broncos don't need this game as much as the Chiefs do. The Chiefs
Yeah, but
really need this game to stay kind of in the hunt of things.
watching that Thursday night game,
That was horrible.
just the Broncos, you can't win games when you show up in the fourth quarter, especially not against Mahomes.
Yeah, and last week they did not show up in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they
That was
didn't
a
show up at
good
all.
defense in the Raiders that got after them and
They
kind of
stayed
shut
on
them
the-
down.
Where did they play? I was going to say they stayed on the team plane, but I think it was in Denver.
Yeah, they were in Denver.
So they stayed at the practice facility, I guess.
What? Who?
They didn't show up. The Broncos, dude. They sucked.
It took me a
Sucked.
second to get that reference you're making. All right, Sunday Night Football. Lions at the Eagles. Dan Campbell has now taken over offensive play call duties for the Lions. The Eagles probably should give up offensive play calls to someone else. That game was also bad that they just played against the Packers.
Give me Lions, please.
I want to say I'm with you on the Lions.
Like you're going to take the Eagles.
Mm,
No chance.
I think this is the Lions game. Yeah, I'm taking the Lions. What do you think the spread is?
Lions minus 2.5.
Philly 2.5.
I quit, dude.
I don't know why you.
I'm
I
retiring
guess
once
I
again.
asked you. I asked you on that one. Monday Night Football. The Cowboys are back in action against the Las Vegas Raiders at the Las Vegas Raiders. I obviously have to go with the Cowboys, but I actually feel more confident in this one because the Raiders did not look too great on offense. Only scoring, what did they score? 3 points?
7.
Did they score 7?
Chinty
Oh, yeah,
had a
it was 10.
touchdown.
It was 10-7, 10-7. Yeah. I'm taking the Cowboys, the Raiders, Geno Smith. I have no faith in. And that probably will come back to bite me on the podcast.
I'm going to go Cowboys, too.
We're both going
Even though
Cowboys.
I like Chinty, but
Go ahead, Matt. Take a
the
guess.
debut of Quinnen Williams and Kenny Clark, that run-stopping duo is going to be tough, man.
All right, Matt. Think long and hard about this one. What's the
Why?
spread? And don't say it too quickly because if you get this wrong, we're retiring the segment.
Raiders, okay. I don't know why you said it like that. Kind of threw me off. Cowboys minus 4.5.
Cowboys 3.5. Were you
Fuck, I
really
was
about
gonna
to choose the Raiders?
You made it seem like the Raiders were you made it seem like something was going
I
on.
did not. I was just like, if
You
you
were
got
like,
it
think
wrong.
long and hard now.
Well,
It's
because
like
it was for the future of the
I didn't know if-
segment.
I was like, I didn't know if you were like, it's not obvious.
That was.
Don't act like they're something special.
We're
buddy, come on.
retiring you from that, dude. That was.
I could see the
horrible.
Raiders winning.
All right. Well, then pick them then.
No,
Okay, then you don't
It's
see them
a-
winning.
it's a one score. Did you talk about that already?
But
That you're only up 1 now?
yeah, we talked about that at the beginning. We still got to find a punishment, but yeah,
Sure.
now it's
It's too
real.
close
Now-
for me to. I took liberties last week, and that paid off. It's not going to pay off again.
Let me see.
I
We are
I can't get crazy.
2, 3, 4 different games this week.
Okay, that's actually a lot.
So there's a lot on the line on this one as well. We've gotten crazy. So we'll see. We'll keep you guys updated. Now, next we're going to talk about college football. We'll kind of wrap everything up. You want to lead us off?
No, you're
Okay.
you're talking about the first game up there, anyways.
All right. We're back to do a little college recap and really the only game that matters. I probably should look up what the scores of these games were, huh? I didn't have
You didn't
that.
write 'em down?
I didn't write them down. Whoops.
Jesus.
There's a lot to a little. There's a lot to a little. Let me just pull it up real quick. Professional podcasting. Number 8, Texas Tech takes down number 7, BYU, 29-7. Let me just tell you right now, I know I'm an alumni and I might be a little biased. We both are alumni of Texas Tech. College game day was absolutely electric from the Red Raiders. Raiderville was absolutely popping off. It's actually the first college game day I've watched from start to finish. I was running in the middle of it, or I guess at the start of it, and I flipped on my phone as I was running. So I was trying to keep track of what was going on and watch the kick and stuff as I'm running. So it was absolutely electric. The BYU Cougars showed up, didn't show out. Texas Tech's defense, we talked about a little bit, talked about Jacob Rodriguez in the beginning, but they should have really pitched a shutout in this game. BYU didn't score until late. I think it was like the fourth quarter. But overall, it was a great game for the Red Raiders and helped them keep control of the Big 12 as they move forward. And I think next we got UCF. BYU's quarterback, by the way, 265 pounds, absolute tank of a man, true freshman, Bear Bachmeier, wears number 47 and was an absolute tank and definitely tested our defense's tackling abilities. But overall, Texas Tech showed out. Matt, did you see anything else in this game?
No, BYU's offense is very lackluster. When your team's offense revolves around being able to run the football and you can't run the football that well, or when the score kind of gets away from you and you have to actually pass the ball, you're going to need a quarterback that can do that. I don't think Mr. Bear Brockmeyer can do
Bear
that.
Bachmeyer, yeah. They like to drive the ball and really take time off the clock, as Matt was saying. And so whenever you get down, and I honestly like Texas Tech's kicker was really the MVP of this game. He went 5 for 5. And I mean, that alone right there with 15 points, and there's 2 touchdowns. So it wasn't the best showing from Texas Tech's offense. It was really our defense and our kicker that won us this game. And BYU turnovers. That was something else that really cost them in this. I will say it's been a pet peeve of mine on field stormings. And this one, I'm not, even though it's my alumni, I'm an alumni at Texas Tech, I still got to get on my little soapbox and talk about the Texas Tech students. Why are we field storming? It was a bad field storming. It was a game that we were favored. We actually the spread went up. We were favored 13.5 in this game. And you just don't storm the field. I get it. The atmosphere was electric, but you could kind of tell like half of the students wanted to storm the field and half of them didn't know that it was going on. So then it was like a trickle effect. It was like a leaky faucet of students getting on the field. A good field storming is everyone going at once. And that normally happens whenever you're like an unranked team and you play a top 10 opponent, when you're not favored in a game. Maybe if you're not ranked and you're playing a top, 20 opponent or something. But you should never field storm on a game that you're favored in. Act like you've been here before and act like you're going back. Don't act like this was like the biggest win. It was the biggest win for Texas Tech. I think it's their first top 10 win since 2008, like 2012. I mean, it's been a decade.
Yeah, unless the game went into like 3 overtimes, there's really no.
Yeah, even then, I mean,
excuse.
if you're favored in the game,
yeah,
you
but
can't
if it goes into like 3 overtimes, 4 overtimes,
I get it, man.
Something crazy like that.
Alabama, if we're hosting Alabama or something,
if you're hosting LSU,
LSU, we're ranked higher than LSU. But like,
no kidding.
That was my one. If I'm just nitpicking, that was my one thing. I was like, we could have done that better. Other than that, the students absolutely showed out. And actually, I will say I got on to them for field storming. Let me give some credit to the fans. Great field striping. The Jones was striped effective. I saw the the rough draft or whatever they send out on Twitter. It was like, if you're in this seat, you're wearing this color shirt. They did a good job. They striped well effectively. I'll get on to it for the field storming. I'll give them praise for striping out the Jones. Also, no tortillas were thrown on the field.
Surprising.
Credit to Texas Tech on that one. Do you want to get into the next game?
Yep. Let's see at number 4, Alabama.
Ooh.
Me and Brayden were out watching this.
We were?
I put $10 on the game.
No, well, so you didn't just put $10. We put $10 on the spread.
Sure.
What was the spread, 10.5?
I think so.
As if everyone knows, me and Matt, I root for Alabama. He roots for LSU every year. I think since we've known each other, we both got ties to those schools. So those are like the SEC schools we go for. And, this year Alabama's a lot better, so I gave him 10.5 points, and we bet $10 on it. We had to have some reason to watch
you didn't give me 10.5 points. That was a spread.
Matt initially wanted 20. By the way,
should have got 20.
Should have got 20, maybe. No,
I mean, the beginning of the game, it was just a defensive battle. Yep. No team looked good. Obviously, Alabama pulled away. Heisman hopeful. Ty Simpson got it together. I think he had, 280?
277.
Something. Okay, 280.
I just had it up right here.
So, after this loss, it's looking like it's trending towards LSU not making the playoffs this year.
It's probably fair.
Yeah,
4 losses.
They're not making it. It's over. It's been over. But anyways, Nussmeier benched this game, which I thought was a little surprising considering stats-wise, it wasn't. Yeah, I thought he got hurt. I didn't know he got actually
both
benched.
Surprised in this game. We were watching it. We're like, where did Garrett Nussmeier?
I thought he got hurt, and then I see him on the sidelines, like jumping around, cheering his guys on, whatever. I'm like, get in the game.
What are you doing?
I mean, to be fair, he didn't put the ball in end zone, but stats-wise, completion percentage-wise, it was all right. They benched him for sophomore Michael Van Buren, who did look bad. So it's not like that benching really
didn't spark the team.
Yeah, I mean, even our kicker, 3 for 4 on field goals. That was our only points. 9, right? I don't think
you guys,
9,
what was the
right?
score? Yeah, 20-9.
Yeah, we just could not.
It's only 2 touchdowns in this game.
Could not capitalize in the red zone. I see you wrote no here for me saying Ty Simpson further solidifying Heisman case? You don't think so?
No.
What do you mean no?
This podcast is rooting on Jacob Rodriguez.
You're just as much an Alabama fan as you're a Texas Tech fan.
No, I
mean, if they played each other, you'd go Texas Tech, but there's no way you're not rooting for Alabama.
And the SEC, I root for Alabama, but if it comes down to Texas Tech versus Alabama,
well, it's not coming down to that.
It will. Jacob Rodriguez.
Yeah, but Ty Simpson will be sitting next to him.
Yeah, I mean, Ty Simpson.
Whether you like it or not.
I will be honest. I mean, let me just take the.
He's been playing fantastic.
Let me take the trolling mask off for a second. He has a better chance of winning it than Jacob Rodriguez, but a man can hope.
Agree. I would like.
Also, hasn't Fernando Mendoza been lighting it up? I talked about a little bit of that game. Yeah.
Okay, I'll get into it. If you want to give me a little segue there. Indiana 27, Penn State 24 came down to the last minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes of the game. Indiana was they were down 4. It was 20-24. Indiana drove down. Came down to was it a third down? I don't think it was fourth down. Might have been third down, maybe 30 seconds left. Mendoza throws a ball in the back of the end zone to Omar Cooper Jr., who somehow contorted. I think he jumped, bro. He probably jumped.
It was an insane catch.
30 inches in the air, was able to contort his body to get his left foot down before anything else hit his little tippy toes at the very edge of the back of the end zone. Catch of the year, obviously. Yeah, 36 seconds left. They were able to go up, and then, defense kind of stepped up.
On that catch, the referee that called this, by the way, we always get on referees when they blow calls. Let's give him some credit. His name is Josh Dasher. And to see that in real time, the catch, I mean, it was bang, bang. Like he catches it as he comes down. Maybe his foot barely grazes. Like a lot of refs would probably said, oh, you're out of bounds, and they're going to replay or something. But he called it right there in real time, was able to see it, absolutely locked it down.
Yeah, regardless of if he genuinely saw that and saw that his toes were actually in bounds, or if he just wanted to call it a touchdown because he knew they were going to review it. So if it wasn't, it'd kind of be easier to overturn than if it
big moment of a game,
But yeah, good on him. Just kind of his Heisman moment, I would say. It might have been more just Cooper Jr. with a crazy catch, but he still drove down the field, was able to give his receiver a chance in the end zone. After the game, they were interviewing Mendoza and Cooper Jr., and they both, just before anything was said, they gave God the glory. And I like that. I love that. They said they wouldn't be here without him. The only reason they were able to do that was because of him. Just Mendoza, great locker room guy. He said, I would die on the field for my brothers. And what else could you want from a quarterback, man?
Now, Tyler Shuck's job might be in jeopardy after hearing that. A man of the Lord and a locker room glue guy. That's
all you can need. I need him at the helm. Yeah, great game for them. They were able to stay at, I'm sure we'll talk about it a little bit. They were able to stay at number 2.
Oh,
teasing. Number 2.
Teasing us talking about the rankings.
Do you want me to just graze over at Washington, Wisconsin?
Yeah, because I didn't watch that game. I don't know what you have a little something for it.
I didn't watch it either, but yeah, number 23, Washington 10, Wisconsin 13. Sean West, punter for Wisconsin, led the team in passing yards.
Oh, actually, I did.
He was 1 for 1, 24 yards. Wisconsin's starting quarterback, Danny O'Neal, got carted off. It sucks to see. It was a pretty bad injury, but other quarterbacks couldn't really get anything going. All 3 of them, including Danny O'Neal, combined for 24 yards total, and that's without the negative yards that they're going to take off for sacks or whatever. Right. So first time in NFL and college football history, a team has won with the punter leading the team in passing yards.
Doesn't happen often, does it?
No, it doesn't. Only happens once.
There you go. Punters, start practicing your throws. You never know when it's going to be your time.
Punters are people too. Shout out Pat McAfee.
Too. All right. With that, kind of a great segue into the new college football rankings. They have now been released. It's one of the perks of recording on Tuesday. And the top 5 everyone stayed where they're at. Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, Alabama, Georgia, then making a change. My alma mater, Texas Tech, moving up to 6. Ole Miss dropping down to 7, which, you know what? Shout out to the committee. Ole Miss played the Citadel and beat the brakes off of them. don't give them any credit for beating the Citadel. Oregon jumps up, Notre Dame up to 9, Texas to 10. Everyone
Oregon
kind of
who?
jumped up.
Oregon to where?
Oregon to 8. Everyone jumped up because BYU fell all the way to 12.
Say all the way to 12. They fell, what,
They
4
fell
spots?
5 spots.
5 spots.
Yeah, and I mean, they pretty much have to win out. I don't want to say they have to win out because the SEC is going to eat itself alive, but like the Big 12 championship game now means a lot more to them because there would, with Texas Tech winning, there's probably going to be only one Big 12 team that ends up making it. What about the ACC? Where's the ACC on here?
Miami.
ACC is all the way. They don't have someone ranked until Miami at 15, so that's actually kind of crazy.
11.
But 11?
Mm-hmm.
No, 11's Oklahoma. You're looking at the wrong one.
No.
Notre Dame's an independent at 9.
I'm looking at the right thing.
No, Oklahoma's 11.
I'm looking at the... Yeah, no, I'm looking at the right thing. What are you looking at?
I'm looking at college
This is
football
the-
playoff rankings.
Looking at the bracket projection.
Oh, yeah, you're looking at the... I'm looking at the actual
I
rankings.
said be different. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Because they're right now projected to win the ACC over Georgia Tech, which that's actually crazy that Georgia Tech's 8-1 in the conference, Miami 7-2, and they have Miami over Georgia Tech. But really, it's just going to be a race. I mean, Alabama and Georgia are playing this like that's the marquee game this week. So someone from them is going to fall. Someone will.
Bracket projection right now means nothing.
No, but the bracket projection is fun. I'm glad you brought that up. I think I had it. Hello, do I not have the bracket up?
It's Alabama A&M.
Yeah,
they're
right
not
now
going to finish. They're not going to finish 3 and 4. Georgia's going to finish 5.
No, but right now the bracket, it's a fun one you bring up. We'll put it up here. South Florida's playing at Athens in Georgia, playing the Bulldogs. Notre Dame's playing at Oregon.
That's Georgia now.
Miami playing at Texas Tech is an interesting little matchup. I don't know if those teams win the last time.
Carson Beck's worst nightmare, dude.
Yeah, Jacob Rodriguez. Texas at Ole Miss. I did see there was someone that did like a really early projection before the committee made this announcement, but it was like Texas Tech hosting Texas and then winner of that playing Texas A&M.
Oh, that'd be so fun, dude.
And that would just feed generations of hate in Texas. Like, I'm not saying it's like a prophecy, but like if that happened, that would just be incredible. Or if it was like, I guess Texas and Texas A&M are going to play each other in 2 weeks. I think we have 2 weeks left of the season. And then it's the Big 12 or it's the conference championship games. But yeah, so
is there a way Texas makes the? I guess there probably is, right?
There is a way. If they went out, there
has to be, I guess.
Yeah. Right now, just in the standings, they are 1, 2, 3, 4.
Actually,
they're fifth in the SEC.
They got rid of the divisions.
Yeah, it's just one. But I mean, they can win out. They play Georgia, and then I think they play. Is it A&M the next week after? Oh, no, it's Georgia, Arkansas, then A&M. So there's 3 weeks left in the season. But there's some other marquee games that are going on. Number 11, Oklahoma playing at Alabama at 2:30. UCF playing at number 6, Texas Tech. We'll see what happens in that one. Hopefully, Tech didn't spend all their energy in the BYU game. South Carolina at number 3, Texas A&M at 11 a.m. Number 9, Notre Dame at number 22, Pittsburgh. I know Matt's probably a big Pittsburgh fan of that game. He hates Notre Dame.
Bro. Whatever. Just put them in.
Number 21, Iowa at number 17, USC. And then, like I said, the marquee game, number 10, Texas at number 5, Georgia at 6:30. So, it'll be a good week of college football. We're getting to... I think next week is bad.
Yes.
This upcoming week's good. The next week after is bad. And then the week after that is the rivals. That's when you get like Ohio State, Michigan,
Alabama,
Texas,
Auburn, the Iron
Alabama,
Bowl.
Auburn, Texas A&M, Texas. It's a big rivalry.
Texas A&M. I love that, dude. That's fun.
Yeah. And that's also, I was looking ahead. That's going to be a Friday night game, by the way.
Really?
At what's Texas' name? DKR? What's their name? I don't know,
man.
Shows you how much I keep up with Texas.
I got LSU OU on here for the last game, I guess.
Ain't no rivalry
there. Ain't no rivalry there. It's usually LSU A&M, but I mean, Texas is there, obviously. They have more of a history.
Yeah.
LSU,
Ole Miss, Mississippi State. We got to mention that. Apparently, Lane Kiffin's been talking up a storm about Mississippi State. Georgia Tech would be a good one. I'll be 2 ranked teams.
She might be the best Georgia Tech game ever.
Oregon and Washington. That's a good rivalry game. Notre Dame, Stanford. I mean, it's just the best ones.
Yeah, Notre Dame, Stanford. Wow. Can't wait for that.
Tennessee, Vanderbilt is going to be a sneaky one. Both those are ranked in both Tennessee teams. I learned that when Vanderbilt beat Alabama.
God. Glad you brought up Tennessee, man.
Why? What do you have to say about Tennessee?
Oh, dude, what are they ranked?
Tennessee right now
23. They're ranked 23rd, 6-3. All of their ranked matches, their matches against ranked players ranked teams they've lost.
Yeah,
Let's keep them in the top 25.
Oh,
Heck yeah.
23.
Heck yeah, man. That's why they shouldn't be ranked. I'm tired of it. I'm an SEC guy, sure. SEC best conference in football, in college football.
Got him
Tennessee.
Up now.
If you lose every game against a ranked opponent, what are we doing? Get them out.
I apologize to the Tennessee fan that listens to this.
Give a shit, dude. Alvin Kamara, Tennessee legend. Love him. Tennessee shouldn't be ranked. Get them out.
Yeah, I think it's just the SEC.
Get them out.
Yeah, but would you put South Florida or Cincinnati over them?
Sure.
Definitely wouldn't put Missouri over them. Maybe Washington. See, I don't know. Washington just lost to Wisconsin.
I mean, are they? I guess they are ranking based on
the college football
previous weeks and based on their future projections, I guess. But come on, brother.
The college football playoff list is a lot more accurate, I like, than the AP poll. The AP poll is just like news people around the world, and they all submit their rankings, and then they just do the average of it, which some of those people don't even watch the games. The college football playoff committee, they take into a lot of effect. If you lose to a good team, they don't punish you as bad, but if you lose to a bad team, then you're kind of going to get moved down, way down. So
AP College Poll has James Madison at 24.
Yeah, James Madison, 8-1. Who's the number 5 team or whatever it is from the group of 5 right now on the thing? It's South Florida. Okay. Last week it was Memphis. I saw people hating on like the group of 5 team making it, and they said that you should just put another SEC team in there. No, we're not doing that. I like the Cinderella story. Give me, David versus Goliath. That's what I want. That's what makes like March Madness so magical, is like you could have a 16 seed beat a 1. Does it happen every year? No. But when it does, it's absolutely insane, and you remember where you were when it happened. So I like it. I don't think like they should get like a bye. Like, what was it? Boise State last year got a bye and then just got waxed. Like, don't give them a bye, but at least invite them to the dance. Let them have a chance. And honestly, there might be a way that more smaller teams should make it. I know like the SEC fans are like, well, the SEC is better anyways. Well, then you should have won your conference if you're so good. No, you didn't? Okay, so we'll let the team that did win your conference play.
Shout out Tennessee.
Maybe you should move to a different conference or something.
That's why I kind of like March Madness more than...
Yeah, I mean, March Madness is the most fair. Baseball's kind of the same way. Everyone has a shot if you win enough to make the regionals or whatever it is, but it's like more like best of 3 series or whatever it is. Whereas March Madness,
it's easier to win. I would say it's easier to win basketball games than football games.
Yeah, but
you only need 5.
I think
7.
Each of them, you do it one at a time. Like, there's a scenario where you could just catch someone on a bad day and you have your best day and you win. Like, that's really easily. So I think
it's hard to do that in football, I think.
I think someone that cheeses the system is Notre Dame, who's a good team and should go join a conference. But as far as like, they don't want teams like South Florida or Memphis or whoever else is from the smaller schools not making it.
Yeah, what are they?
James Madison. There should be a way for James Madison to make it in.
What are they doing, dude? They're not even in a conference? How's this allowed?
Well, I think they're in a conference in every other sport except football.
Put them in there, dude.
I don't know why. I think they're in the ACC and every other sport except football.
They could be in the ACC in football and be at the top.
Them and UConn are independents.
UConn, low-key balling, dude. Their quarterback is a dog.
Really? I haven't been keeping up with, I'm not going to lie, I haven't been keeping up with the UConn Huskies.
You don't know ball?
I don't know ball. With that, Matt, I think we're good to close it out, right? I think we got everything.
Dude, UConn's quarterback?
Okay, we'll talk about that next episode, all right?
25 touchdowns, no picks.
Okay, we're going to get into close of the show. Thank you, everyone, for listening. If you're on the YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe. If you're over on Spotify, follow the show, stay up to date. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at BrodiePod. If you guys enjoyed the graphics that we did for the show this week, shout out. Matt, you haven't seen it yet, but it's for my Heisman Trophy winner, who I think it is. So, if you guys want to keep up any clips from the show, go follow us over on TikTok, Instagram, or Twitter. And with that, we will see you next week. Everyone take care. God bless. And Matt?
That's it, man. Shout out to the veterans once again.
Yeah. Shout out to the veterans. Happy Veterans Day, everyone.